Zaylee Barclay of ZayleeBarclay.com, your video sales and marketing coach. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to connect with you guys today. Don't know if anyone is here yet as usual, but we are going to rock out. If you are here, and I'll repeat this in a little bit, if you're here today, definitely say hi. I want to see you. I want to talk to you. I want to connect with you, right? So if you're here, definitely say hello. If you're not and you're catching the replay, definitely let me know. Zaylee, I am part of the replay crew. You guys always let me know if you are part of the replay crew, which I love. And so we're going to talk about that as well. All right, Tamela, hello. Oh my gosh. Hey guys. So I'm going to try to do something. I am going to try to disable one of my cameras so that you guys don't, let me see, get that. Yes. Let's see. I hope that works for all of my other scenes. That's a little back end stuff. Hey, Enrica. Hey, Didi Ruffin. Hello. Say hello if you're here, guys. I would love to connect with you and chat with you. Marta. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so excited. We have so many amazing people in the building. Good night, loves. I am so excited to talk to you guys tonight. Listen. How was your day? Let me know how your day was. I had the craziest day ever. It was a really busy day today because we have so much that we're getting prepared for. Let me just give you guys a little, rundown of what's going on. We are currently preparing for the launch of Start, Shoot, Grow in March, April. We are also a part of Thinkific Amplify. So the Amplify Summit, we are part of that. I created a masterclass that is absolutely amazing for Thinkific Amplify. So I hope you guys are going to, definitely attend. I've been sending out emails about Thinkific Amplify. So if you're on my email list, definitely check your emails because you don't want to miss it. And on top of that, I hosted a panel for Thinkific Amplify. If you don't know what Thinkific is, it is an online course platform, the best online course platform, in my personal opinion. But yeah, so that's what we're doing with that. Didi said her day was productive. Oh my gosh, let me just connect with you guys. First, this is my weakness, guys. Connecting with everyone and seeing what everyone is doing, right? Marta said, I went to the beach. Oh my gosh. I wish I was at the beach, Marta. Didi said her day was productive. Awesome. Dominique said it was busy, but not bad. Happy it's Friday, aren't we all? Oh my gosh, listen. And Enrica said, I am here early for once. Enrica, I'm happy you're here. We are going to get into some things today, right? So today, guys, we have a few things that we're getting into, right? Hey, Rashawn. Rashawn said he's having a great day. I'm having a great day as well. It was a packed day, busy day, lots of communication, lots of things going on, but listen, all worth it, right? So if you don't know who I am, my name is Zaylee Barclay. If it's your first time here today, let me know down in the comments because I want to connect with you. I'm very passionate about connecting with my community. If you have not joined our Facebook group just yet, there's a link to do so down below. Our Facebook group is where we really help each other out, answer questions, and you get to ask me questions if you are inside of the Facebook group. Today, we are talking about some goodness. We are diving into podcast marketing. Everyone has a podcast, right? Everyone has a podcast, but a lot of us aren't really marketing it the way that we should. And I have a tool that definitely makes things easier for me. And every time I post using this tool inside of my Facebook group or on Instagram, you guys are like, Zaylee, what is this? Right? What is this thing that you're using? We want to know. So today I'm going to walk you through what that is, right? So keep chatting in the comments. You guys know I love to revisit, keep answering, asking questions. I love getting in there and talking to you guys during or after the show. I got to do a better job at it. But it's live. When it's live, it is what it is, right? Who agrees? So this is what we are actually talking about today, right? So like I said, I would post my podcast snippets either in the Facebook group or on Instagram, and these are the questions that I would get. So Renelle Nelson said, Zaylee, how did you make this, sis? You are amazing. I refer all my therapist friends to you. And Kaniqua, who is really active in our Facebook group, and I absolutely love that. I love my active people because, I'm a wallflower and I had to get out of being a wallflower and get active too, right? It's what we have to do if we have to show up and be visible and grow our businesses. Kaniqua said, love the post, and you have all of the good video clips and graphics. How did you make this one? Can we get a tutorial, please? Even Leah said, how did you add the words on the screen like that? And you're probably wondering what I'm talking about. So we're going to get into that in a little bit. And Dominique, who is also so active in our Facebook group and always chatting up with us, Dominique said, love this. I did exactly these tips today. I had an impromptu live and paused several times, and it helped. My podcast appearance today had a few brain blocks, but it eventually came out. Can I ask you about how you created your graphic? So this is what got me into it, guys. I was like, you know what? I want to do a live walkthrough of Descript and how I use it to do that. And we will have more Descript videos coming on the channel because it's something that you guys love to, ask about. You guys see what we do on the front end, on the blog, on Instagram, in the Facebook group, and you're asking, Zaylee, what is this and how, right? So I'm going to take you on my back end and walk you through what that actually looks like. So what we're talking about is, or let me know down in the comments, have you ever seen those cute videos where someone is talking and the words are appearing on the screen, or you see the little waveforms, or, it's a great way to get people to listen to your podcast, right? Because they get a snippet of something juicy. And my assistant Gina is really good at picking out something juicy that I said during the podcast and putting it out on social so that more people are able to or want to listen. We get more shares that way. We get more people listening that way. We get people sending it to their friends. Like, listen, that's what's been happening with the podcast so far. And if you know me, I started podcasting in 2015. My podcasts were really popular on LinkedIn for some reason, and then I stopped. So I stopped podcasting and I put all my focus on video content and building my brand presence that way. And I started to try to in the past revive the podcast because I love it. But, I would fall off because I know that I was committed to video content. So because of that, I didn't continue with the podcast. But the other day I picked it up and I was like, it's that thing that you keep coming back to. It's one of those things that I keep coming back to. But I'm very strategic about it because on the podcast, I speak about more mindset stuff, and it's just deeper. Like, I get to go deep with you guys because I'm here with you, right? We get to just discuss those feelings that we've been feeling. So that's what it is about, right? So if you have a podcast, let me know down below in the comments. I want to know. I want to see who else in here has a podcast or is thinking about starting a podcast. Let me know. And I'm going to share that video just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Let me share that video so that you guys can see. All right. So this is one of my videos that I'm speaking about. Right. And so I have it on mute, but what I want to show you is the graphic itself. This is what people are asking consistently about. So you can see that, it's highlighted every time I say a specific word, and there are different ones. There are so many different templates that you can use in Descript. And this is the crazy thing, guys. I record my podcast directly into Descript and it transcribes while I'm talking, right? So what I'm going to do is take you through the mini process of how I create my podcast in Descript, and then we're going to show you how we do an audiogram, which is what this is called. So this is an audiogram, and you're able to use your audiogram in order to market your podcast. And if you strategically pick out the juiciest parts and you release that onto social media, you share it in your stories and all of that jazz, listen, it is game changing because people will start sharing it with their friends, especially if what you picked out is just a word. And I'll tell you something really cool. Before you record your podcast, if you're smart with it, you can actually plan that thing, right? So you can plan that statement, that I call it the hook, the thing that hits people in their chest, right? You can plan what that is and make sure that you cut that clipped out for your audiogram. So I'm giving you guys some juicy tips here, but that's definitely something that you can do, right? All right, so what we want to do is, I'm going to head into, hold on guys, 1 second. I'm like, what am I doing, Zay? So this is Descript. I'll tell you guys what. So I've been using audiograms, but this week we are testing an actual video for the podcast. So that's what you might be seeing, right? So this time we did it a bit differently because this was an actual video that I recorded and then I put it into, give me 1 second. You guys are not seeing my screen. All right, give me 1 second. Let me get back over here and then I'm going to share again, right? Y'all know Ecamm is my jam. You guys were stuck on YouTube. So let me pause YouTube, which is the beauty of a live show. You guys get to see all the things that go on the back end. And what I'm going to do now is make sure that I'm sharing a Descript with you guys, right? In the meantime, let me know, how has your podcast marketing been going? Have you been sharing it? Have you been shouting from the mountaintops every time you released an episode? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let your email list know. You're supposed to let Instagram know. You're supposed to let all of your outlets know that you've launched, or you've not launched, but shared an episode today. So hopefully you guys can see Descript on my screen now. And so, like I said before, this week we are actually trying video for the podcast, but I don't know if I'm going to continue with it. We're testing it. And that's one thing that I love sharing with you guys and being transparent about in business. Testing will give you all of the answers that you need. It's always really good to test and try things, right? So in here, we have a video that I recorded, right? And then we transcribed it inside of Descript. And I love it for that. But what I want to do is probably take you guys into another project. So you guys can see we have a lot of projects in here. And this is how we actually write our blog posts. This is how we do so many different things, right? And Sunday's podcast that's coming on, speaking about your audience being humans versus numbers. So you want to make sure that you are subscribed and turn on the notification bell on YouTube, or make sure that you turn us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, and all of the major podcast outlets. So this is, let me see, I'm looking. Okay, this was one that I recorded directly inside of Descript, right? And this is so cool, guys. So what I'm going to show you right now, just so that you can see, is I'm going to actually record and you're going to see the words that I'm saying actually popping up, right? And this is why I love this tool so much. So I'm going to hit audio recording and you can see that it's picking up my voice already because we see track. And I'm going to hit record right here. If you're using a specific podcast microphone, you want to make sure that you select it. For me, I'm already using my ATR, which is my Audio Technica microphone. So I'm not going to mess with it too much. So I'm just going to use the MacBook computer, but the MacBook microphone. But if you are recording your podcast, you want to make sure that you select your high quality microphone because that's what people are going to be hearing you from, right? And I'm going to hit record, and you'll see that it is actually going to transcribe while I am talking. So I don't know if you can see that popping up on the screen. Let's see. It's moving a little quickly, but if you can see that popping up on the screen, let me know. This means that as soon as I'm talking, Descript is actually picking up what I'm saying and transcribing it. Guys, how amazing is this? And it happens so quickly. Now, the reason why I love using Descript as opposed to other tools is because I'm able to do so much repurposing after the fact, right? So even as I record the Ask Zaylee show, I could even open Descript while I'm talking so that my assistant has a full transcribed version of the show. And Descript is so affordable. It's like a no-brainer, just if you're wondering what pricing is like, right? So look at that. It's recorded all of the things that I said in a bit, like a minute ago, and it's transcribing it. Now, the really cool thing is that I am able to really alter things in here. I don't do much because I like how my voice sounds as per my microphone, right? But you can definitely add effects to your voice. You can compress, you can equalize, you can get in there and do different things, right? Let me just check in on you guys because next I'm going to show you about your audiogram, right? Let me see, guys. Let me see. Oh, wow. Now I can't find eCam. Here we go. Cool. All right. So, oh, you guys have podcasts. That is so amazing. Okay. Yes. I love it. So Didi said it's her first time catching a live, right? Let me see. But you and I spoke briefly in IGDM. You guys know I love answering my IGDMs, right? Oh, Gigi, you have the bow tie company. Welcome, girl. Welcome to the live stream. I'm happy to have you here. Oh no, Sonia, you had trouble logging on. Let me see. And Sonia said her season 2 launched today. Congratulations, Sonia. That is absolutely amazing. And my girl Sydney has a podcast as well. And it is called Mindful Prayers for Students. And Sydney, the other day I was searching, I forgot to tell you this. I was searching for prayers, like podcasts that have prayers. And because your podcast is keyworded, it showed up. So that is so cool. Really, having something in your podcast that is key, like when I'm searching for things, I can find it. Just like you can find someone by their name. Like if you search Zaylee Barclay, you'll see all the podcasts populate that I've been a part of, right? So that's always so important. So because Sydney's podcast is prayer specific, you can find it if you search for it. So Sydney, kudos to you. That is absolutely amazing. That happened like at 4 a.m. one morning. I was looking for podcasts with prayer and I found that, right? Goddess Harmony said, just started recording for mine. It's called Walking in Divinity. I love it. I love it. And Marta said, maybe she'll be thinking about podcasting, right? Let me see. Run for Life Performance and Physical Therapy said, my podcast is called Runners University, Woman's Guide to Running After 35. Can I tell you that I just love how specific that is? Whoa. That is really specific. I love that, which means it's going to be easy to find you. And yes, I am definitely thinking, girl, I need to check this out because I am turning 35 soon, right? Let me see. Oh, wow. You guys are so amazing. Okay, so let's go back to the show. Right? Marta, I am streaming on all platforms. I'm not sure if you're talking to me or about me, but yes, I'm streaming on YouTube, Periscope, where else, guys? The Facebook group, my Facebook page. I'm using Restream.io, and I have lots of content about that on the YouTube channel, right? Hello, Cole. All right, guys. So we are going to head back into a screen share. We are currently deep inside of Descript, and I was just showing you guys how I can actually transcribe while I am speaking and how we use this for blog posts. We use it for so many different things, right? And I just realized that I actually had my Q&A screen up. So what's going on with me in my life tonight? All right, so back to Descript, guys. So now you can speak and transcribe directly, and that's how I do my podcast. Now, the other reason why I love using Descript is because I can then delete words. And when I delete a word, it edits the podcast. So I can listen, and if I hear myself clear my throat or ums or uhs, or I tend to say right a lot because I teach live a lot. So usually I'm saying right to confirm that the person is understanding what I'm saying. And so in a podcast, that doesn't translate all that well because, you don't want to hear the amount of ums and uhs that I normally do. So because I can just delete filler words easily inside of Descript, that makes it so perfect for me, right? That makes it so easy because I can easily remove all of those words. Right. So that's one of the things that I absolutely love about it. I can also go in and change things around as it pertains to wording. And the cool thing is, if I'm listening to it and I'm editing it and I want to add something else, I just need to start recording again. So we started recording. So you can see right here, remove filler words, and it will highlight all of them. Did you guys see that? Like, remove filler words, and it highlights all of them, and then I can just click on remove media, right? So I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. So it actually, I can remove all media and I can apply to all, and it will remove all of those likes and ums. And I remember when I started creating podcasts years ago, I would sit down in GarageBand and try to delete all of the ums and uhs. Now on camera, I don't really care about it, but I feel like when you're listening to someone in your ear, it comes off a bit different. Just my personal thought. Now with Descript, I can delete that immediately out. And then I was saying that I can also just start back recording, right? So I can head into plus. I can hit record again and just keep recording like I was doing before, right? And it's gonna start transcribing again. So that's the cool thing. But all I have to do is hit record there and it'll start transcribing again. So that's so cool to me because even in editing, if you've listened to the podcast, sometimes I'm actually recording and you'll hear me say, Future Zaylee here. I was listening to what I was saying and I wanna add a little more context to that. I do that a lot inside of the podcast, and I think it's fun. It's fun to know that I was editing after I recorded the podcast, and I was able to then, add my 2 cents in about something that I was actually talking about. So that's why I love Descript. Now, this is what we are all here for. I actually head into share after I'm done. Now, when I head into share, we will see the share screen where you can publish or you can give access to, your team or anything like that. But I head over to publish. And then in publish, you can see publish to a new page and publish as an audiogram, right? So you can choose audiogram, you can publish as an audio, or if it is a video that you're exporting, you can export as a video. Just like I showed you guys, this week's podcast is going to be a video. We are testing things. Usually I upload it as an audiogram. So you guys can see the audiogram right here, right? Can you imagine that? Now the cool thing is that you can definitely switch to different audiograms. This week we used this one, which was pretty cool. And let me know if you guys can see that well. If not, I can try to, I don't think I can increase the size of my screen, but hopefully you can see that well. You can also switch over to this kind of template. I think we tried this one this week as well, where you have the audio waves at the bottom and you're seeing the words as well, right? And look at this one. I like this one too. It's pretty cool. And I have a feeling Descript is going to keep on updating the audiogram templates as time goes along. Because I think at first it probably didn't have all of these, right? So you can keep flipping through to see which one you like. I really like this one. So that's why I used it this week. But here's the cool thing. You guys know I love to be in control of my branding. That would make me not use a tool. If I can't add my own brand colors, I don't want it. Right? So in here, I can show the composition title and you'll see it changing as I remove things. I can remove my name. I love leaving my name. I love leaving the composition title. What this does is when we put it onto social, it actually shares what the title of the podcast is and that it's me talking. And obviously I have a picture of myself back there, but that picture could be anything as it pertains to you, right? I shoot a lot, so I have a lot of pictures on hand. If you don't shoot a lot, it could be something, it could be a solid background reflective of your brand color. It could be something that you mentioned inside of the episode. You can get really creative with it. Now, another thing that I love is that I can change the accent color. So if I wanted, I can change it to pink. Now, the color that we just had up is my brand color. So that's why it was there, right? But this, it can be different colors if you like. Whatever your brand color is, I love the opportunity to come in here and actually enter your hex code and get that color back. This way, it's always uniformed, right? Oh my gosh, wait, it's generating the audiogram, guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, did that spoil everything for us? I think so. I don't know. Let's see. The other thing that you can do is you can import that image like we spoke about. You see it opened up all of my images. So if I wanted to change that over to another image, I have so many images. Okay, this one might work pretty well. You can see that it changed over to this image, right? And another thing that I really love is that I can apply a tint to the background. So I can, when there's no tint, to me, you can't see the words, and I want people to see those words because those words catch people on social. So I leave the tint so that you can see it. And you can definitely use dark mode as well, right? So, depending on the color, I love that they give the option so that you can see the words much more clearly. Right, so I'm going to take off dark mode, and you can put a badge on. I leave the badge off, meaning that you can say this was made with Descript. I like branding, so I don't like seeing that. I like branding my own stuff. Or you can upload your logo, guys. I thought that was pretty cool as well. But I just leave it as none, and then you can hit publish, right? So that is your audiogram, and you can make these. This is the kicker. Oh my gosh. You can make these up to 30 minutes, right? So if your podcast episode is less than 30 minutes, you can have a 30-minute audiogram, which is why we've been uploading it to YouTube, because my podcast episodes are usually between, I would say, 12 to 20 minutes. Sometimes I talk and sometimes I take it easy, right? So these are things that are so genius because it helps you to be able to stand out differently from everyone and also update your audience on when you have a podcast episode out. I think that is so good. A lot of us are doing things secretly, meaning that we just record it and then we tell 2 people or we make an Instagram post about it. You got to make like 2-3 posts. You got to say it loud. You got to put it in your post, put it in your stories, give people the chance to share what you are specifically saying. Give people, because that's how a podcast episode not a podcast episode. That's how a podcast grows. Podcasts grow through, if you have specific keywording, right? Which is really good, which is like what I mentioned about Sydney just now. It also works really well if you have an audience that is consistently coming on and sharing that podcast. It grows in that way, right? And not all podcasts are made to be that way, because I know people that get less listens on their podcast if they have someone there. So it's different for everyone. So I want you guys to remember that. But I love that Val just said that. So Val said she tries to post at least 72 hours before launching, which means she gets her audience ready knowing that she is going to post a podcast. So she's prepping and priming them so that they know that it's coming. That is really, really good, Val. I love that. Sonia said, my podcast is exactly 30 minutes, right? I love that, Sonia. Of course, my scene is doing some things, but that's okay, right? And so let me see what you guys are saying. Sydney said, I think sharing the podcast is my biggest issue because I don't want to be pushy about prayer if everyone in my audience is not religious. That is something that it's good that you said that, Sydney. However, people can take it or leave it, girl. Like they don't have to listen. So you can probably preface by saying, hey, if this is your thing and you are really looking to build a deeper relationship with God as it pertains to you and your process of wherever you are in school, be sure to take a listen, right? Guys, what is going on with my set today? But yeah, so that's something that I definitely get at Sydney. But I think just being transparent and explaining definitely helps. So in that case, what I would do is, like Val said, I would release that audiogram 72 hours before, right? So that people get prepped to listen to it, right? And Sonia said, yes, I start the promo of the following episode on that Monday, since my show is on a Friday at 3 p.m. Two things, Sonia. I love that you are giving them a teaser, right? One. And two, I love that you have specified, listen, we go live on Fridays at 3 p.m., which is the same thing that I advise you guys to do when it comes to video content, right? Create a time with your audience so that they know, oh my gosh, okay, Sonia's spending time with us today, right? So that is really, really cool. Yeah, and whatever you're doing is not going to be for everybody. You guys have to start understanding that that's totally okay, right? We are not for everybody. Not everybody wants to hear what you have to say, and that's totally fine. That is actually amazing because it creates polarity. Right? And it helps you to create a deeper relationship with the people that do want to listen to you or connect with you, right? We want to know that someone is standing for something. Hey, Joanna. Joanna said, whoa, that is awesome. Right? And Gina is here. Yes. Gina is in charge of my audiograms and she does them very well. Sydney said, so if your podcast is 10 minutes long, do you have a separate project for just the sentences you want to pull out for an audiogram? That is a really, really good question, Sydney. Let me see. Let me tell you, my scenes are just sliding everywhere. They're sliding around. Let me see. 1 second. I'll tell you, Sydney. That is a really good question, though. Okay, let's see. I think that there is a way that you can actually scrub, I might be wrong, and figure out exactly where, but I may have to answer that question in the comments. You might have to recreate another project. That is actually a really good observation, Sydney. Guys, my scenes are just, I don't know what's going on with it today. It's like you come out trying to do something and it's just doing its own thing. Like, I don't get it. That is crazy. Okay, we're going to figure it out. That's a live video for you, right? Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. All right, we are not going to pay attention to that. We're going to go back to our main scene and just keep it together, guys. All right, so let me see. That was a good question, Sydney. I'm not too sure. I can definitely let you know after. I have a link for Descript if you do want to test it out down below in the comments. And Marta said, a super time saver. Really good. Yes. Isn't that so awesome, Marta? I have to put you on my sweater so that we can see your comment because I don't know what's going on with my question scene. But yeah. Chandra, maybe you should. It's definitely a good way to connect with your people. Sonia said, when you edit or remove the filler words, does this change the actual audio? Yes, it removes it from the audio, Sonia, and it connects so effortlessly. Like, you'll never know that I did that if you listen to my podcast episodes, right? So that's why I love it. You can actually edit in Descript. So when I edit and export, we upload directly to YouTube. We upload directly to everywhere. Even with the words, the audiograms, it removes all of those filler words. The only thing that I would say that I go back and do with the audiograms is I make sure that my name is spelled correct. And, obviously it's working through AI, which is what it thinks that you're saying. So, I always have to go fix my name spelling and stuff. Yeah, it is really a good idea. Chandra said, girl, you don't look like you're in your 30s. I'm going to take that compliment. Thank you, Chandra. I am. Yes, it's a really, really cool app, guys. Let's see. So that is Descript. It is generating my audiogram. What it does is it saves it to your computer files, but it also gives you a link that you can go to a page to grab the audiogram as well, right? So that's how it populates. And then you are able to, upload and go from there, right? Sydney said, do you recommend it's better to have Descript up while you're doing your YouTube videos, or dropping the YouTube video file into Descript to be transcribed later? Such a good question, Sydney. I do it after. So even in here, you can see where, let me unlock this. And then I'm going to show you, let me see, hold on. I love that you guys are seeing all of the craziness with me, right? So this is a video, Sydney. So this is exactly what you're saying. This is a YouTube video that I did, but it's a podcast episode. So we just tried out doing video instead of just me doing audio for it. But I like uploading. See, it even spells my name wrong. So I always go in and change that, and you can find and replace inside of Descript, right? But listen, the thing about it is, the reason why I add it after I edit my YouTube videos is because of efficiency. What it allows me to do is it really allows me to add, like if I'm recording my videos, I might make mistakes. I might say something wrong. I might take a break. I might breathe. So even some of my YouTube videos, I record in segments or sections. Like I'll start recording and then stop, take a 5-minute break, and then start back. And I don't want to, put all of that madness into Descript, right? So I actually just take the recorded version, and that way I don't have to edit again in Descript, basically. So I love putting, my finished video. I hope that's helpful, Sydney. Let me know. Oh no, my audio keeps freezing. Please let me know if anyone else is having this problem. I do apologize. I'm not too sure why that's happening. Yikes. Am I going in and out for you guys? I hope not. Sonia said, my podcast is live, not pre-recorded. Will this still work? Sonia, what do you mean by live? Do you do it live on Facebook, or do you do it live on a specific platform? Talk to me about that, so that we can, figure that out. And yes, Sydney, thank you. Definitely makes a lot of sense. It definitely helps when you can just drop it in, and then we create blog posts. We, pull things over to Instagram. We talk to you guys in the Facebook group, but all of these things come from, the beauty of being able to, transcribe everything in Descript, right? Sonia said live on Blog Talk Radio. So Sonia, what is happening with you, or what you can do is, I was saying what is happening because everyone else, oh no, LaShonda said it's freezing. LaShonda, I know 2 LaShondas. We have 2 LaShondas in here tonight. That is so funny. But happy you guys are both here. I apologize for the freezing, guys, but it could also be because I am in Descript, and I'm going to kind of close it out now anyway, because it's probably messing with the audio of it all. Yes. So I just closed it up. Hopefully that helps with the audio freezing a bit, because it's probably trying to pull from both places. But what I will say is, even though it's live on Blog Talk Radio, Sonia, what you can do is open up Descript, like, you know how you can split screen something? So you have Descript running on the computer, and it will listen to you and transcribe it. And that way, see, let me explain something to you guys. I love efficiency, right? Like today I did an amazing Clubhouse chat with Ecamm Live. It was really amazing. Now, one of the things that I don't like about Clubhouse is that I can't repurpose that content, because I'm very intentional with how I spend my time. And I don't like that when I'm in Clubhouse, we can't record it. I can't do anything with it, right? So that's the thing. Even if you're recording live on Blog Talk Radio, you want to be able to take that and put it in other places. Build your other platforms. I like telling you guys, one band, one sound, meaning that you're talking about one thing this week, right? And, you can disperse that on your different social media platforms instead of being on, and I don't know what to say on Instagram, content wheel. I don't know what to say on Facebook. It's the same message that you're sharing in different places, right? This way it keeps you focused and zoned in. Let me know if that makes any sense. Right? Marta said, I'm not freezing on YouTube. Yes, thank you. Because YouTube is where I get like that crisp, really high quality 4K video from a live stream. So thank you for that, Marta, because I don't know what I would do. Rashawn said, my podcast is just me. Can it work without adding a guest? Interviews, tons of work creating solo. Rashawn, that question is packed. Could you break it down for me? You said my podcast is just me, but you're asking if Descript can work without adding a guest. Well, I'll tell you, it can work without adding a guest because I do mine solo, but it can work with a guest as well. You just add different speakers and the platform will kind of recognize like what speaker 1 and speaker 2. And then as you go along, you can name the speaker with the correct name, right? But that makes it so easy, right? Yeah. Okay. Val said my podcast is on all platforms. And Sydney said, yes, that's the worst part about Clubhouse. It's actually the least efficient for content repurposing. Yes, which is why I tell you with Clubhouse, you got to go in with a strategy. Your strategy is to take the people from Clubhouse and have them follow you on other platforms, right? So get in, give knowledge, preach, make sure you let people know how to find you, where to follow you, and things like that. And that's how Clubhouse would really work well for you, right? But yes, so I want you guys to really think about that. Sonia, I hope that was helpful. I hope that you can get Descript. It's really affordable, and you open up and easily you're able to capture your voice. Like I said, I could even run it while I'm on live with you guys, right? And it would capture my full live audio. But I don't do that because like Sydney said, or like Sydney asked, what we do with the Ask Daily show is we actually take it and repurpose it. Like we actually take it, cut out all of the talk and banter that I'm giving to you guys right now and re-upload it to the platform, right? Rashawn said, it seems like guest speakers grow the audience organically. It does, Rashawn. Yes. By cross-pollinating audience, I'm thinking, yes, it definitely does. Even I was telling my assistant the other day, Gina, she's here. I can say that because she's here. I can't say assistant. I got to say Gina. Gina's here. So, I'm not sure if she's here still. But I was telling her the other day of this genius idea that I had the other night when I was falling asleep. And I had to get up and write the idea because it's so good for cross-pollinating, right? So, and I'll be sure to tell you guys about that later on, but oh my gosh, it's so juicy. But when I say cross-pollinating, it's going to help people grow. So my idea is going to help people grow their audiences. I am going to put those people in front of my audience and, so that they can share their expertise. And in turn, they will share, hey, I'm doing something in Zaylee's group or whatever that is. So I can't wait. Gina said, Sydney, back off. Back off. Anyway, let me see. Marta said, I looked at your equipment list. I see the body of the camera, the body of the camera, but not the lens. Yes, Marta. Really? Right now, I am actually streaming from a Canon EOS RP, and the lens that I'm using is a 35 millimeter RF. So guys, first of all, I have to show this to you guys because Gina and I stayed up getting this all together, right? Gina, should I show them? Should I show you guys this? I don't even know how to find it. I'm going to try it. Let me see. It's such a fire equipment list that we remade for 2021. I told you guys we're on the back end working on so many things. I'm actually not even on Instagram or anything because we've been really working on a lot of things for you guys, especially for the people in the Facebook Facebook group, right? I don't know, Sydney. That is super random. Okay, so I'm only going to show this to you guys because Gina said that I should show it to you guys, right? But it is so cool. We stayed up and we really worked on, let me see, this amazing tool. So I'm going to go into incognito and share it with you guys. And Marta, because you said that, you're so right. Sometimes, so this is, let me break it down. This is the reason why you guys are gonna crack me up. Leave my assistant alone. I am going to put some lenses on the list, Marta. And this is why. I think I didn't put lenses before because my audience is broken down in the exact framework of start, shoot, grow. Right? So because it's start, shoot, grow, I have starters who don't even know anything about cameras and lenses and things like that, or not even don't know, they don't need it just yet, because I advise that you figure out lots of things before you even start upgrading your equipment. So that's what it is. And that's what made us make this tool for you guys, right? So, oh my gosh, guys, listen, this thing is genius. So we stayed up building all of this amazingness, right? Last night. So it has, all of our resources, but it has all of the software and things that we use over at Start, Shoot, Grow, right? So if you look at it, you can sort this by the stage of video that you are in. So we have added all of the links, the names, the descriptions of all of the things that we use, and we will be updating this and adding to it. This is how much we got up to the other night, right? But listen, so we made it in a way where you can actually go buy hardware. So hardware would be like cameras, microphones, lights, all of those things, right? You can also search it by software, right? Which is all of the tools we recommend. So you can see I have Descript here, I have Ecamm here, I have Epocam here, or Epicam, which is actually a tool to turn your phone into a webcam. And I'm going to be talking about that sometime down the line. You guys know I love me some Filmora, some Thinkific, Zoom, and I'm going to add more to these. But look at this, guys. We also set it up by your beginner setup. What do you need for your beginner setup, right? What do you specifically need? So we're releasing this pretty soon. So you want to make sure that you are either in the Facebook group or on my email list. But look at this. This is also the shoot set intermediate, or the intermediate setup. So this actually shows you all of the things that we use for, that stuff. Marta, no, it is not just yet. We really just started working on this for you guys last night. We have so many things that we're working on the back end. You won't even believe it, right? But we made it searchable so that you can actually go through it and see what you would need at each step in your journey. But Marta, we're gonna release it pretty soon. So hold tight. Hold tight. If you're in the Facebook group, we'll be releasing the link there pretty soon as well. But we're going to even add more to it. You guys, Vanessa said it's Christmas again. But Marta, you know what? So what I will do is inside of the Grow set, which is when I feel like you should really start investing in your camera and lenses and teleprompters and wireless mics and all those things, I will add the lenses into there. So that's what I'm so happy that you actually asked about that, because that's something that we've been working on, really making specific and easy for you guys, right? So yes. Yeah, Marta said, that's cool. I'm starting out, which is why I want to sign up for my first. I need all of your courses. Marta, let me tell you, we actually have an academy launching in March, right? So we have so many other resources that you can definitely find on the website, whether it's azaleebarclay.com or startshootgrow.com. But in March, we are having an amazing launch. I don't know if Gina has the wait list, if she can drop the link for that. She probably doesn't. But yeah, so we currently have the wait list opened up because we want you guys to know first what's launching, when we're launching, and what we have coming, right? That is so good, Sonia. Sonia said, I feel like we just dropped Oprah's top Christmas gifts. Yes, this is going to be such an epic. We made it strategically, and I had a few people test it today, and they absolutely loved it because we really thought about, well, how would people, categorize themselves and all of those things so that people know this is what I should be getting if I'm starting. This is what I should be getting if I'm shooting, meaning you're going on an upward trend, you're confident on camera, you're growing. Maybe you need to upgrade with a webcam, and in growing, right, getting to that phase of growing, maybe you've made a bit of money and you want to reinvest back into your set. Valentine's Day, Sydney, is around the corner. I love it. Marta said, I am a musician and audio engineer, and I have to start my video for my courses. Oh, whoa, that is so amazing, Marta. I can do the video planner course before then. Yes, you can. Yes, you definitely can. I am on the way. Oh, you got... Marta, you are in here. You are part of the community, and I love it. And I love how vocal you are as well. We love that around here. We all chat. We meet on Fridays. We talk to each other. We are always here, right? Of course. Yes, we're happy to have you here. All right, guys. So it's 7:50, and I've been on. And you guys know my timer is for 45 minutes. I haven't been using my timer lately, but I'm about to get off. Make sure that you're in the Facebook group. The link to join is down below. Make sure you are on the Start, Shoot, Grow waitlist so that you know first. Gina just dropped it. So if you aren't on the waitlist just yet, definitely do that too. We want to see you in there. It's going to be an epic experience. All right. So exactly, Sonia. Yes, we are tight knit in here. We are community. And Marta said, I am a vocal coach. Marta, it's so great to have you be a part of the community. We welcome you, and we're happy that you are here. Guys, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so thankful for all of you. And I will see you in the Facebook group. And if you're not in there, I'll see you next week at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m.